If you love hurricanes, daiquiris, and, well, any rum cocktail, listen up. Captain Morgan's about to shake things up like never before. We're talking Bourbon Street, New Orleans, home to legendary drinks and unforgettable moments. But what if we told you the most iconic cocktails here have one thing in common? Hint, it's not bourbon. That's right, it's rum. And Captain Morgan is bringing unforgettable fun to Bourbon Street in a way you won't want to miss. Get ready for something big as we gear up for Super Bowl 59. Make sure to keep your eyes on NOLA's most iconic street. Who knows, Bourbon Street might just need a new name. Stay tuned for clues and get ready for the most legendary adventure yet. Please drink responsibly. Captain Morgan Original Spice Rum, 35% alcohol by volume. Captain Morgan Rum Company, New York, New York.
The Avengers radio series, a cultural phenomenon in South Africa back in the 1970s. South Africa was a country with no national television service. It wasn't until 1976 that the country would get its first taste of television broadcasts. But before that, radio was the primary medium of entertainment and information for the masses. This was the context when The Avengers, a British spy FI series, made its debut on South African radio and became a cultural phenomenon. The Avengers was a British television series that originally aired from 1961 to 1969. The show revolved around the adventures of John Steed, a suave and sophisticated secret agent, and his various female associates. The series was a unique blend of traditional spy thriller elements with science fiction and fantasy, which set it apart from other shows of its time. While the series was hugely popular in the UK and had also made a significant impact in the American markets, being one of the rare British series given a network transmission slot, it was virtually unknown in South Africa. This was primarily due to the lack of a national television service in the country until 1976. However, as a film series, The Avengers was able to gain some exposure in South Africa through film rentals. But it was the launch of the radio series that truly brought The Avengers to the masses in South Africa. Come and listen at www.myclassicradio.net.
Morgan, wait a minute. I want to talk to you.
Well, if it isn't Dynamite Thompson.
Yes.
What do you want to talk to me about?
Don't act so innocent.
What do you mean?
It's a fairway construction job. My bid should have won.
Only my bid was lower.
By $500. That's the third time you've underbid me on a big contract. How do you always figure your bid just a little less than mine?
Oh, that is exciting.
How come you've landed every big construction contract the last 2 years?
Oh, come now, Dynamite. You don't expect me to tell you.
You don't have to tell me, I know. You've got a stooge planted in my outfit. I don't know who he is. When I find him, I'm going to take him apart just like I'm going to do to you right now.
Think you're man enough?
Stick around and find out.
You small fry. Maybe this will show you, Morgan.
Look out, Dynamite. You're leading with your chin.
Okay, Morgan, okay. That's enough. Now, hold it.
Boston Blackie, the peacemaker. Who needs you? Now, you stay out of this.
Yeah?
It's private.
Do tell.
Had enough, Dynamite?
No. I told you I'm going to tear you apart.
I'm waiting.
Oh, look at this. Break it up right now.
Lay out, Blackie. I'm going to kick this guy's face in.
Oh, yeah? Can't. Beat it, Morgan.
Oh,
I'll
no.
handle it myself.
Okay, but I'll be taking care of this chump some other time.
That's your story, Morgan. I'll get even with you if it's the last thing you ever do.
And now on to Dick Calmer as Boston Blackie. Enemy to those who make him an enemy. Friend to those who have no friend.
Is this the charming Mrs. Thompson?
Uh-huh.
This is the lovable Mr. Thompson.
Hello, honey.
How are you, darling?
Well, it's after 8 o'clock.
Oh, I'm sorry, sweetheart. I was stuck here at the office. I should be home in about half an hour.
Okay, I'll be waiting.
Good girl. Just called to say I'm leaving now.
Dynamite,
What is it, Sheila?
did you land the Fairway construction contract?
No.
Morgan?
Yep.
Oh, not again.
Yes?
Dynamite, there's something crooked going on with that Morgan. You just can't stand by and let him get away with
Well,
it.
take it easy, Sheila. I know all that. I had a run-in with him today.
See it?
I've been working on a couple of angles.
Yeah, but while you're working the angles, Morgan gets the contract.
I know.
Dynamite, how much longer can this go on?
Well,
We're head over heels in debt, and there's a payment.
I know all that, Sheila. I told you I've been working a couple of angles. When I'm set, that'll be the end of Jack Morgan. So what are you doing here?
Dynamite, who's there? Who just came into your office?
Oh. Oh.
Dynamite, what happened?
Work Street, read all about it. Dynamite Thompson, building contractor, front there in office. Work Street, read all about it.
Anything worth reading, Frankie?
Oh, hello, Blackie.
Say, what is this Walk Street?
They found Dynamite Thompson murdered in his office.
Dynamite Thompson? You're kidding.
I ain't, but I guarantee Dynamite Thompson wishes I was.
Now, when you get the report... What? Oh. All right, I'll call you back.
Good morning, Faraday.
Oh, no,
You
again?
didn't have to hang up the phone on account of me.
I'd much rather hang you. What do you want, Blackie? I'm busy.
What do I want?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, who, what, or why?
Faraday, my friend, the question is, what do you want? I just read about Dynamite Thompson being killed in his office, and my instinct told me that you'd want me to help you find his killer.
Go tell your instinct what a liar he is. Now get out of here, or you're the one who's going to need help.
Okay, but you know my instinct.
Isn't it enough I know you?
That should be sufficient for most people.
Yeah.
But, look, I really came here to give you some details on the Thompson killing.
All right, mastermind. So give and go.
Thompson got into a street fight yesterday afternoon with another contractor named Jack Morgan.
Mm-hmm.
Morgan is a jerk with a business reputation to match.
I see.
When I broke up the fight, Morgan said that he'd come back and finish the job.
Is that all, genius?
Faraday, I just handed you a grade A suspect.
No, you don't say.
I could have sworn I did.
Mm-hmm.
Well, aren't you going to pick him up?
I got news for you. I already got Morgan in jail.
You went and arrested the killer all by yourself?
Don't get excited, Blackie.
I won't, don't worry.
Morgan has an alibi for last night. We're checking on it now.
What is his alibi?
He says he was with DeWitt Sloan and Simeon Palmer the entire evening, from 6 o'clock on to midnight.
Sloan and Palmer.
Sloan and Palmer.
Well, what's a sharp operator like Morgan doing with a couple of millionaire playboys?
They're his money boys. They put up the dough for his construction job. Now,
Plenty.
if they say he was with them, we let Morgan go and we start looking for another suspect.
Have you thought of Paul Brent?
Who's Brent and where does he come into this?
Brent's another contractor who's been fighting Morgan and Thompson for every job in the last 3 years.
And Brent killed Thompson?
I didn't say that.
Practically.
I just asked if you'd thought of him, that's all. If Morgan's alibi holds up, you'll need somebody inspected.
Don't tell me what I need.
Okay, Faraday. You don't need a thing, and that
Especially you.
includes brains.
Mm-hmm.
Can I talk to Morgan?
I've already talked to him. He doesn't know anything.
You two have so much in common.
Mm-hmm.
You see Brent, I'll see Morgan. You know, this I'm serious.
Hey, watch it, Speedy. You put too much of a charge in that one. Hold it, Foot. You're ruining the foundation. You're supposed to cut across the corner, not run with it. Hurry up before the concrete sets.
Inspector Faraday, that's Paul Brent doing all the yelling.
Okay, Alan.
Should I go with you, sir?
No, you stay out of sight.
Yes, sir.
Over here. Hey, Gypsy, watch that scaffolding. I don't want any broken legs around here.
Hey, Brent.
What do you want, mister? A job? I'm all full.
I want to talk to you, Brent.
See me when the whistle blows, I'm busy.
So am I. I want to talk to you now.
Oh, like that, huh?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, what's the beef?
You and I have got things to say to each other, but not here. Let's get out of here.
Look, mister, I don't think you understand. We got a job to do. I'm busy.
I'm Faraday of Homicide, and somebody wasn't too busy to do a job on Dynamite Thompson.
Dynamite?
Yeah. Come on, Brent, let's go.
Okay, but in different directions. See you around.
Oh, no, you don't.
Stop, I'll shoot. Get those men out of the way, Ronald. What happened, Inspector?
As soon as I mentioned dynamite, Brent flew up. Relax, Smitty. That wasn't for us.
I know, Cooper. This is car 37.
Yep.
Hey, look over there.
Oh, my gosh. Car must have busted through that fence into the ravine. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. Over here.
I'm coming.
There.
Hey, your car's the bottom, all right. Bottom's up.
Must be somebody in it.
How do we get down there? Steep as a cliff.
We're careful we can make it.
I'm not going down there.
Come on. You're always wanting to find bodies. Let's go.
I don't want to find bodies that bad. I'll stay up here and watch.
You're going down with me.
Okay, but take it easy.
Don't worry. I want to get down there in one piece. Follow me.
Right with you.
Careful. Hey, watch out for that rock. You'll start a landslide.
I'm watching. Hey,
Careful.
you can grab onto that tree branch sticking out of the side.
Okay. I got it.
Got it?
You all right, Smitty?
Yeah. Wait till I stand up so I can see.
There.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Good. Let's see what there is in this car.
Yeah.
You're always looking for a body. We hit the jackpot. We got two bodies, not one.
I still remember the street fight, Morgan.
So do I, Blackie. But there's no reason to keep me here at headquarters. I didn't kill Dynamite. I was with Sloan and Palmer from 6 o'clock on. We broke up after midnight.
That's kind of a long meeting.
Yes, we have them every week.
Mm-hmm.
Sloan and Palmer may be big-shot millionaires, but they still want to know where every penny goes.
Well, maybe that's why they're still millionaires.
Yes, you've got a point there.
I think so.
But I can't understand why it should be so difficult to locate them. After all, they're not just a pair of chumps.
Relax, Morgan. They'll turn up.
I'm relaxed. I got nothing to worry about.
But you have plenty to worry about, Blackie.
Well, look who's here.
Yeah. What do you know about Paul Brent?
Oh, you went to see him, Tony, huh?
That's right.
What'd he say?
He didn't. He got away. And I got a dragnet out for him. He won't get far. Wait a minute. Hello? Yeah. What was that, Cooper? Oh. Okay, all right. Morgan, I got news for you.
They found Sloan and Palmer?
That's right. A patrol car picked them up.
Okay, so they were found.
Mm-hmm.
And they said I was with them last night, and now you can let me go.
No, Morgan. Now I can lock you up.
What? Did they lie about being with me?
What's the story, Tony?
Blackie, Sloan, and Palmer were found dead.
What?
Their car was driven through a fence into a ravine. But they were shot before their car was pushed over. Let's go, Morgan. Back to jail for you. Come on.
Hold it, Inspector. You say you went to talk to Brent and he ran away.
Yeah. But don't you get the same idea. You're going to jail to stay.
I'm not thinking of running. I don't have to. Someone killed my alibis. I think it's Brent.
I was thinking the same thing.
Sure, listen. Brent didn't like me, and he knew I was spending the evening with Sloan and Palmer.
What? How did he know that?
I called him at his office. I told him Sloan and Palmer were with me. That was at 7 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
An hour later, according to the time in the papers, Thompson was shot.
Wait a minute. Are you trying to say that Brent killed Thompson, Sloan, and Palmer?
Don't you get it, Inspector?
No.
Brent knew about my fight with Dynamite Thompson. He killed Dynamite and tried to pin it on me by getting rid of my alibis.
Brent not only tried, he succeeded. He sure did a job on you.
Well, Blackie, what'll I do?
I don't know, but until Brent is in the long arm of the law, you don't have a leg to stand on.
Now, back to Boston Blackie. Blackie stops a fight between two building contractors, Jack Morgan and Dynamite Thompson. That night, while calling his wife from the office, Dynamite is shot to death. Faraday arrests Jack Morgan for the murder, but Morgan has an airtight alibi. He was with Simeon Palmer and DeWitt Sloan, two millionaire playboys who are backing him financially. Faraday attempts to question another contractor, Paul Brent, but Brent escapes. When Faraday returns to the office, he learns that Sloan and Palmer have been murdered. Morgan is without an alibi. But Morgan accuses Paul Brent of engineering the whole thing, killing Dynamite Thompson and then pinning it on him by destroying his alibi. As we return to our story, Paul Brent has just entered his girlfriend's apartment.
Quick, Mimi, close the door.
Paul, what's the matter?
Why, nothing, Mimi.
Oh, Paul, what is it? Tell me.
The police are after me.
Police? Why?
They think I killed Dynamite Thompson, but I got away.
Oh, Paul, did you?
Don't be a fool. I was here with you last night when Thompson was killed.
Then why did you run away?
Because then I'd have to tell them I was with you. And they'd find out we're married.
Oh.
You know what that means?
Yes, that stupid reason I'm supposed to stay single.
Right on the nose.
I don't care. You tell them, Paul. Tell them you were here, that we're married.
No, not yet anyhow.
But, Paul...
You gotta let me stay here until things cool off.
Here?
Yeah, that's right. This is one place nobody will look for me.
But suppose they do.
Don't worry, I wasn't followed. I made sure of that. And if you don't say anything, nobody...
The Black Museum. Horror and mystery based on Scotland Yard's collection, Orson Welles was both host and narrator for stories of horror and mystery based on Scotland Yard's collection of murder weapons and various ordinary objects once associated with historical true crime cases. Walking through the museum, Welles would pause at one of the exhibits, and his description of an artifact served as a device to lead into a wryly narrated dramatized tale of a brutal murder or a vicious crime. In the United States, the series aired on the Mutual Network between January 1st and December 30th, 1952. Beginning May 7th, 1953, it was also broadcast over Radio Luxembourg, sponsored by the cleaning products Dreft and Miro. Since the BBC carried no commercials, Radio Luxembourg aired sponsored programs at night to England. In the United States, a program of similar scope, using many of the same picked cases as the Black Museum, and nearly mirroring its broadcast run, was broadcast by NBC called Whitehall 1212. The two shows were different in the respect that while Whitehall 1212 told the story of a case entirely from the point of view of the police starting from the crime scene, the Black Museum was more heavily dramatized and played out scenes of the actual murders and included scenes from the criminal's point of view. Come and listen at www.myclassicradio.net.
Well, no.
Of course I won't say anything, but what if somebody else should walk in?
Well, that's the chance we'll have to take.
Oh, Paul, are we doing the right thing?
You figure it out. I stay here and there's a chance. I leave and I wind up in jail. How are we doing the right thing, Mimi?
I see it. Say, Max, where do I find Paul Brent's office?
That building after the shack. You can't miss it.
Thanks.
No, sir. I won't forget. I'll tell him. Yeah, sure. All right.
You can take your finger off the hook, young lady. I know there's nobody on the phone. You don't have to impress me.
Well, you can't hate a gal for trying to make the place look busy. Oh, what can I do for you?
Well, I am looking for your boss. If your boss is Paul Brent?
Yeah, he's my boss.
Good.
Say, I know you. You're Boston Blackie.
And you're Paul Brent, chief assistant?
No, only his secretary, Betty Crawford.
I see.
I'm sorry I can't help you, but Mr. Brent ain't around. He left kind of sudden a little while ago. I don't know when he'll be back.
Oh, wait.
Well, it's liable to be a long time. I don't know where he went.
Has he called in?
No. And waiting for him to call in is like waiting for your Prince Charming to come riding by on a white horse. You don't happen to own a white horse, do you?
Well, yes, but I traded it in for a gray convertible.
Well, it could be the same thing. Anyhow, Blackie, like I was saying, waiting for Brent to call in is like waiting for $1 million.
Why is that?
You know, look, last night we were supposed to work late. So he steps out around 5 o'clock and he don't come back.
For the rest of the evening?
Yeah.
Well,
He told me to go out and get a sandwich. We'd be working the rest of the evening. Work? All I did was sit and read a couple of old magazines. Not a letter to type, not a single phone call. He don't even call to say he ain't coming back.
For Pete's sake.
So, 11 o'clock, I figured I waited long enough, so I went home.
Is Brent always that absent-minded?
Only lately. He's in love.
With you, Betty?
Are you kidding?
No, I'm not kidding.
Her name is Mimi. I don't know her last name. She lives in the suburbs someplace.
Uh-huh.
Whenever he calls her, he gets the number himself. Say, Blackie, why are you so interested in my boss?
He may be mixed up in a murder.
Dynamite Thompson. You think Mr. Brent killed Thompson?
I don't know, Betty. What do you think?
Well, I ain't paid to think. I only typed the letters and answered the phone, but Brent wasn't exactly a bosom pal of Dynamite Thompson.
What was the trouble?
Like I said, Blackie, I only type letters and answer the phone.
Okay, Betty. Thanks, and so long.
Yeah, what's your rush? Stay a while.
I can't. I'm going to see Thompson's widow. Maybe I can find out from her who blasted Dynamite.
I tell you, Blackie, Brent didn't kill Dynamite. It was Morgan. He's guilty. He killed my husband.
Are you sure, Mrs. Thompson?
Oh, I don't have any real evidence. That's the thing. But I know Morgan killed him.
Tell me why you think he had reason to kill your husband.
Morgan had been underbidding Dynamite on several contracts.
Yes, I knew that.
If you want to know the truth, Dynamite hasn't been doing well at all. We're in debt, living in a cold water flat near the track.
Yes, I just heard the train now.
Yeah, they run every couple of minutes.
How do you stand it?
I don't know. Anyway, Dynamite got fed up and decided to do something about Morgan.
Uh-huh. I saw Morgan knock him down yesterday afternoon in the street fight.
I don't mean that way.
What do you mean?
Well, last night when Dynamite called me,
Mm-hmm.
when he was shot, he said he'd been working on a couple of angles, and when he was finished, he began to Jack Morgan.
Any idea what the angles might be?
No.
Can you think of anything that happened to Dynamite in the last week or two that might be connected to his murder?
Well, I don't know whether this will help, but one night last week when Dynamite was out late, Mr. DeWitt Sloan called him here.
That might be significant, yes.
He said that he and his partner were interested in my husband's proposition.
DeWitt Sloan. Now, are you sure?
Yeah. No sense getting excited. He can't help you.
Maybe he can.
No, Blackie. I just heard Sloan was found dead in an auto accident.
It was no accident. It was murder.
Murder?
But when he made that phone call to this house, he also made a connection in this case.
That is correct.
That's right.
Yes, I'm waiting.
I have a party waiting here. Yes.
One moment, please.
On your call to Chicago, there'll be a short delay. Yes.
If you'll just step into my office, Blackie, I'll see what I can do.
It'll be a great help, Terrell.
Sure.
Good night. Sure is busy out there. How do you get used to it?
And we don't. Now, just what is it you wanted?
A list of suburban calls from Paul Brent's office during the past month. The numbers and the names under which they're listed.
All that.
I know the calls were made to an operator and not dialed.
Yeah, it's a tall order, but we'll do our best. After all, this is a case of murder, isn't it?
Right. You may have read about it, Dynamite Thompson.
Dynamite Thompson.
Now, about that list, Corral.
Oh, yes, of course, Blackie.
Yes, Mr. Corral?
Will you please get me a list of all the suburban phone calls made from Paul Brent's office during the week?
Come on. What I got here, a slow phone?
Outside, Faraday.
Faraday, I'll give you 4 to 1 that you haven't caught Brent yet.
Okay, Blackie, so now you're a big fat gambler. What do you want?
I think I know where to find Brent.
Who told you?
I found out that he had a girlfriend named Mimi.
Mimi.
She lives in the suburbs, and he called her from his office.
Yeah, so what?
I had the phone company check all the suburban calls made by Brent from his office till I found one belonging to a young lady named Mimi. It's very simple.
You mean to tell me the phone company gave you that information?
Oh, I forgot to tell you. I told them I was getting it for you.
You?
Now, I'm going to get Brent, and I'll meet you and Morgan at his construction company in about an hour.
Why at Morgan's Construction Company?
Why not? I'm going to let these 2 contractors construct our murder case.
It's no good, though, Paul. Blackie's right behind us in his car.
We'll lose him right now.
Oh, slow down. We'll be killed.
Yeah, and if I slow down, Blackie catches me and I go on trial for Dynamite's murder.
Darling.
Which way do you want it, Mamie?
You won't be convicted for Dynamite's murder. I'll tell them you were with me.
No, Mamie.
If we're married, I don't care if I do lose that silly inheritance and insist I stay single. Now slow down. Stop the car.
Too late for that, Mamie.
Oh, no, Paul, please stop.
Get your hands off the wheel.
Oh, stop the car.
You crazy little fool that cracked up. Get your hands off the wheel.
Okay, Inspector, I'll help you any way I can. Now, what do you want me to do?
We'll have to wait for Blackie to come in.
Okay.
His car stopped outside a minute ago. He's bringing Brent with him.
Good.
Oh, here he comes now.
Inside, Brent. It's only your arm that was hurt when your car crashed. Your legs are okay.
All right, let's go.
Hi, Faraday.
Hi. All right, Brent, you're under arrest for the murders of Thompson, Sloan, and Palmer.
You're crazy. I didn't kill them.
That was a lousy trick, Brent, trying to frame me.
That was no frame, Morgan. You killed Dynamite.
Shut up, the
What
both
are
of you.
You're not
I said... That's better. Now, Brent, you killed Dynamite Thompson. Try to make Morgan here take the rap. You knew that Sloan and Palmer would alibi for him, so you killed them, too.
You're crazy. I don't know what you're talking about.
Faraday, he's right. Brent doesn't know what you're talking about.
What? Blackie, what are you saying?
Brent didn't kill Dynamite Thompson, or DeWitt Sloan, or Simeon Palmer.
Of course I didn't.
Then who did?
Morgan, you killed Dynamite.
Blackie, I was with Sloan and Palmer at the time Dynamite was shot.
No, you met them after you killed Dynamite and killed them both.
Are you nuts? Why should I kill my own alibis, and why should I kill Dynamite?
In the first place, they weren't your alibi.
Oh, yes, they were.
You weren't with them at the time of Dynamite's death, but you said you were, knowing they were already dead and couldn't deny it.
That's figuring it kind of stupid, isn't it, Blackie?
No. Not when I found out that Sloan and Palmer were getting ready to ditch you and start putting money into Thompson's company.
That's a lie.
Oh, no, it isn't. Dynamite Thompson's widow told me that Sloan had called her house and indicated he and his partner wanted to do business with her husband, and I can prove it.
That's all I wanted to know. Okay, Morgan, let's go.
No, you're not going to get me.
I think I have this situation well in hand.
Thanks, Blackie, for everything. What you didn't know is that I couldn't tell anybody where I was when Thompson was killed, so I had no alibi.
Mimi?
Yeah. I'm awfully glad she wasn't hurt when I cracked up my car a while ago.
Yes, me too. Okay, Faraday. When Morgan comes to, lock him up.
You're right. As you know, it was Morgan, not Brent, here who did the killing.
Brent's secretary tipped me to the whole thing.
What? Betty?
That's right.
But
You had a date with her the night of the murder, remember?
A date with Betty?
Yeah, you were supposed to dictate to her, only you never showed up. She waited at the office for you till 11 o'clock. No Brent, no letters, no type, no phone calls.
How does that make Morgan the killer?
Morgan told us that Brent knew that he was with Sloan and Palmer because he called Brent at his office and told him just that.
I see.
How could he talk to Brent when Brent wasn't there? And there were no calls at the office.
It's a good thing my secretary was working later. You'd never have known Morgan didn't call me.
You're so right.
Well, I gotta get her a present. She deserves it.
Know what to get her, Brent?
Well, no.
I would suggest a white horse.
Now, let's sip lively. That's right, folks. Our first stop is the Temple of Buddha, and then the Theater of the Orient with its delightful dancing girls.
Hurry, Matilda. Hurry. We don't want to miss anything.
Oh, there's no rush, Homer. Now let the others get out of the bus first. We'll wait for us. You can't fool me, Homer Fawcett. You want to see those dancing girls.
All right, Matilda. We can leave now.
Oh, what about this young man in front of us? He's asleep.
I know. He slept through the better part of this tour.
Well, let's wake him. I'm sure he doesn't want to miss any of Chinatown.
Hey, young man, wake up. We're in Chinatown.
Homer, speak louder. Set him by the shoulder.
Oh, wait till I get up. All right, young man.
Oh, my, he's falling to his feet. Oh, catch him, Homer.
I can't.
Oh, Homer, there's something wrong with that young man.
You're right, Matilda. There is something wrong with him.
Oh, my
There's
heavens.
a knife in his chest.
Oh, dear.
He's been murdered.